Welcome back to Ready, Set, Sold. I'm your host, Bryan Vogt. Thanks so much for joining us this Saturday. We left you with the question of what about not having enough bathrooms? What if you don't think you have enough bedrooms? What should you do in those situations? Well, at the top of the hour when we started the show in the first segment, we talked about this situation of you don't want to ever improve or create new living space, that you always want to focus on your current living space. And bedrooms and bathrooms fall into that category. Again, we talked about before, the three reasons why usually this comes into play is, number one, your realtor might be suggesting you put another bathroom or bedroom in. And we also said what we said with the hardwood floors, we said with the basements, you need to fire that realtor. We're firing a lot of people today. I get that. Okay. But that's not the direction you want to go. The second reason why people want to do it is they fall themselves into lack, that they don't have enough. Look, in most situations, okay, and there can be exceptions, of course, but in most situations, if you lived in a house that had 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom and you've been there for 10 years, well, it's worked out pretty well for you. So understanding that what you have is what you have. The third thing that comes into play, and this maybe is the one that you have to be most careful of, that people make these bathroom changes, these bedroom changes, with the idea they're going to make more money. That is rarely, if ever, true. Start thinking about this. First off, when just the point of adding a bedroom or bathroom, your house was built however long ago with the idea of whatever bedrooms and bathrooms it had to start with. So it's already set up to a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, or a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, or even a 4-bedroom, 2 bath, and you think you need to have 3 baths. Where are you going to put it? What are you going to sacrifice on the other side? Usually that's the basement. That might sound good, but again, most bathrooms, when you do them right, can run anywhere between, I know we've seen between $10,000 and $15,000. Okay? Again, you don't get dower for dower, and most sellers understand that. Again, especially when you have one down in the basement we talked about earlier about, you might be talking a third. So you might be spending $15,000 and a net return of $3,000. That's a $12,000 loss, and it happens. Doesn't matter whether it's in the basement, whether it's in the upstairs, wherever you're trying to put that bathroom. That is not the direction that you want to go because you're going to lose money. It's almost, I won't say guaranteed, but it's so risky. Same thing with bedrooms. Quite frankly, after 3 bedrooms, it becomes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, look, 3 bedrooms is a pretty typical amount. I don't know. I think the studies show that the average family is 3.7 people. I don't know what that 0.7 person looks like, if they don't have any feet, if they don't have any legs. I don't know. But anyway, the idea, I think you get the point behind it is. So having 3 bedrooms is a very, very nice thing to have. But if you have 2 bedrooms, can it work? Look, we have sold houses to buyers that have a family of 4. You know, maybe the children are smaller. Maybe they're the same sex, and so it's not that big of a deal. So you have 2 boys, you have 2 girls. We've had situations where, again, maybe you have a 3-month-old, and maybe you have a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. If you're a parent, or you're going to be a parent, I can tell you right now, I haven't been a parent or currently a parent. Hey, having that extra child there to make sure that the littlest one goes to sleep is not a bad idea. So that can be a win-win situation. So now we talked about the fact is that you don't have it. Now, understanding when you bought the house, and you need to go back maybe a little bit, there was an adjustment made on the price of you bought this home for. I'm not talking a major adjustment, but there probably was a slight adjustment. First, that's the first place you want to look at and saying, okay, look, yeah, I understand I only have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and others have 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, or whatever that combination is. There should be probably going to be a slight difference in pricing, but should be in most cases, and there's exceptions to every rule, but shouldn't be a gigantic reduction. The other part that you can do, and especially if you have a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and this is actually our 3-bedroom, 1 bath house, what you should be doing is, again, making your current living space better. And so instead of rushing out trying to spend $15,000 or $10,000 or whatever trying to put a new bathroom in, or $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000 trying to put another bedroom in, What sellers have had fantastic success in is going in and making that one bathroom, I mean, the bathroom. I mean, spending a couple of $1,000s and putting ceramic tile in, and maybe a pedestal sink, and making the coloring, and maybe doing some backsplash, and making sure that maybe there's some ceramic where the shower's at. Make that thing pop. Okay, that is going to do much more better way of getting return on investment and getting your house sold fast than trying to even think about putting another bathroom in. Same thing with bedrooms. If you don't have the bedrooms, you also have the option of the kitchen. Upgrade a little bit more on the kitchen. Again, making sure that maybe you have a backsplash. Look at the flooring situation, making sure that the flooring is really, again, it could be ceramic tile, maybe it's a wood veneer, but make it extra special. Again, be willing to spend a couple of $1,000s, but your return on investment of getting that back is having a fast sale is going to more than most times pay off for that time and also that effort you go into. So as we said before, is do not go into the idea of improving. Now, I haven't even talked about improving, adding more living space. Just work on improving what you have. I haven't talked about it, and hopefully people just don't. I don't think I have actually heard too many people ever doing it. But if you're thinking about adding an extra room onto your house to sell it, that's just no. That's a non-starter. There's so many different reasons for that. The cost of adding on to a home is usually triple the amount of the square footage of the cost. There's just not a good reason to do that. So again, adding fireplaces in, things of that nature, we've seen people try to do that. Look, unless they're standalone situations, that's fine. Then maybe they're plug-ins, they look good. But as far as actually putting a fireplace in, that's happened a few times, and that doesn't work well either. So with that, what we're going to be talking about the next segment is we're going to be doing a wrap-up, but we're also going to be talking about what for next week, and you do not want to miss it. Hey, pick up my book. Just get the book right now. Go to readysetsold.org, not .com, readysetsold.org, not .com. Pick up the book. Get the book. Give it to a friend. You don't have to use me, but it has this information and much more. You've been listening to Ready, Set, Sold, and I will be right back after these messages.